This is Chris Lee with Southeastern 14 with another SEC baseball recap from the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. There are 3 teams left standing at this point of the season, 2 from the SEC, both of which played games on Wednesday. Let's recap those in order, starting with Florida's 3-2 win over TCU. The Gators get a 2-1 lead after an inning. Guess how? A home run. This one from Josh Rivera, a 2-run shot. And then Jack Caglione hangs on for a bit, was a little wobbly, had control troubles, which have been an issue for him all year. He goes 4 1/3, walks 3, strikes out 4, gives up 1 run. Kevin O'Sullivan, who's got a fairly quick hook, didn't waste a lot of time. And then when he went to his bullpen of youngsters. And Ryan Slater, Cade Fisher, and Brandon Neely have just been lights out throughout this entire NCAA baseball tournament. That was the case again on Wednesday. Slater goes an inning and 2/3 scoreless. Fisher goes an inning and a third scoreless. And Neely goes an inning and 2/3 scoreless. Gives up a run in the bottom of the 8th, which sets up a tie situation. Florida gets an infield hit in that one, I think with 2 outs to score a run. Setting up the top of the 9th, or rather, well, Florida gets that run in the top of the 9th. Here's what I meant to say. And then in the bottom of the 9th, TCU's got a couple outs. And then Braden Taylor hits an absolute screamer to center. And Florida had replaced White Langford. Actually hadn't replaced him, had moved him to left right before that inning and brought in Michael Robertson, who made, I don't know, maybe the defensive play of the tournament. I haven't seen every pitch of every game, but, man, it was up there. Certainly one of the highlight reel plays. He goes back on the ball. I think it was going to hit the top of the wall and probably bounce for a double or triple. But he made a great leaping play running back, saves the day for the Gators, and sends Florida into the championship series, which is a best of 3. That's going to start Saturday. And Florida doesn't know who it's going to face. Now, Florida is going to be probably in better shape pitching than whoever it is going to face, because if you're Florida, this is a dream. That LSU series is getting dragged out. The only thing that you could hope for that maybe you don't have is extra innings at some point. And the way these games are close in Omaha, that wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if you see one close on Thursday night. The Gators, as Kevin O'Sullivan said afterwards, they're set up really nicely with Sproat and Waldrop to start their games in the championship series, and I think on normal rest are pretty close to it. And then, of course, you could bring back Caglione perhaps in a game 3. As I mentioned before, you've got Neely and Abner and all those guys that have been so good for you during this postseason run. So Florida is in good shape, just waiting to see who it'll face. And look, 2 days ago, if you had said that LSU, which had pretty much exhausted Paul Skeens and Ty Floyd and been to its bullpen arms, Riley Cooper, we'll get to him in a minute, you just didn't think they had a very good chance against Tennessee and Wake, which have a lot more pitching depth and it's been a lot more effective than what LSU's thrown out there. But tournament baseball, a lot of crazy stuff can happen, and LSU has figured out a way to piece it together. It did that again on Wednesday night. No, it did not start well. Javon Coleman, their lefty, goes an inning in the 3rd, gives up 2 runs, 40 pitches. Wake kind of had him on the ropes. LSU goes to Blake Money, who's from our neck of the woods here in the Nashville area. He gets a 1/3 of a scoreless inning, gives up a hit, gets him out of that. And then really the star of the night was Griffin Herring, the freshman who goes 4 2/3 innings, strikes out 6, was just about untouchable, gives up 3 hits. Gavin Guidry, another freshman, goes an inning in the 3rd, gives up 2 hits, but strikes out 2. And then LSU goes back to Riley Cooper in the 9th after he had thrown 40 pitches the day before. He gets an inning and a 3rd scoreless. LSU survives to beat Wake Forest 5-2. Cade Beloso, the big shot in that game, hit a home run. What was it? As part of a 4-run 3rd inning. And that was really the moment that the game broke open, because Wake had scored 2 in the top of the 2nd to go up 2-0 at that time. And you just didn't feel great about LSU's chances, given the way that Wake can hit, given the pitching that I had available. It went to Sean Sullivan, who went 3 2/3 scoreless, one of their aces out of the bullpen. But LSU lives to face another day, even though it is out hit 7-6 by Wake Forest. Hits came at big times, and the Tigers now will, I don't know what they're going to do pitching on Thursday night. There's talk of using Paul Skeens. How long can he go? Who knows? I mean, you're also going to need Skeens if you're going to beat Florida at some point, you would think. So there was some speculation this morning that maybe he'll throw 20 pitches. And Wake a little bit in the same spot with Rhett Lauder, although Wake's got much more pitching depth in terms of starters who've been there and done that. Obviously, if LSU gets to the title series, you can throw Ty Floyd back again. Your bullpen gets a little bit more rest. But my goodness, what Jay Johnson has done with the young bullpen, Cooper has been a big part of it. He's not one of the young guys because he's been around a while. In fact, he pitched for Arizona in the College World Series back in 2021. But seeing what Herring and Guidry have done, those have been the lifesavers for the Tigers in Omaha. And LSU, with its backs against the wall, having to win 2 straight against Tennessee and Wake Forest, has done it. So congrats to the Tigers, setting up a very, very, very interesting Thursday night game, and then we'll see who takes on Florida this weekend. All right, we've got plenty of SEC content coming up. We've started our football coverage. We've got basketball news when it happens. Best way to get all that, hit that subscribe button. If you hit the like button, that also helps our analytics, helps us get noticed, which is good for our channel. Anyway, thank you for watching us here at Southeastern 14. I'm Chris Lee. We'll see you again soon with some more SEC baseball content.